Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. Today's video we're looking at Pyroar Break deck. So basically Pyroar Break from the Steam Siege, the latest set that has been released. It's Break evolution from the Pyroar, and it's pretty decent card. So basically you can hit for 180, but in order to do that you're going to do 50 damage to yourself. So basically this is the biggest problem right here. I mean, there is a card, I think it's a Iron Cube or something like that, which says that if you have that Protection Cube, if you have Protection Cube attached to your Pyroar Break, you are not going to take any damage to it. But it's from the Flash Fire, and that card is going to be rotated, so it's not illegal in this deck. So basically, 160 HP is also a lot of HP, and it can definitely hit for 180, which is a big attack with 3 energies. In order to help him, I'm definitely running Volcanion, who can actually, with the power hitter, hit for 20 or 30 with the Fighting Fury Belt and accelerate 2 energies for 1 energy to 2 of your Pokemons in play, which is definitely important because going with Volcanion, you can definitely accelerate your Litleos on the bench, and having XP share when you get knocked out, you can just move 1 more energy to your Pyroar, so you can actually use those Caser Tackles for 180 more often. Also, Pyroar with Flame Charge and Incernate is not that even bad. I mean, Flare Charge can hit with 2 energies for 60, and you can accelerate your Pyroar with adding 1 more energy onto it. And with the second attack, you can hit for 90 and discard all tools attached to your opponent active Pokemon before you actually attack, which is also very good, especially against Bursting Balloons. So for draft support, I'm running 2 Octilleries as usual because this is non-EX deck, and in my opinion, Octillery is very good card to be drawn also for the budget. And basically, this is it. So as you can see, it's a Pyroar Break with Volcanion for attack and Octillery for a draft support. From other cards, I decided to run 2 copies of Level Ball, just because with the Level Ball, I can search my deck for any under 90 HP Pokemon, so it can help me to find a few more Litleos and Ramorites. 2 copies of Super Road is just because I'm running 4-3-2 line of the Pyroar Break, because there is a lot of cards actually in deck that you actually need to have, and decide to cut 1 more Pyroar and 1 Pyroar Break in order to have that Super Road. So actually, in some point of the game, I might be able to put 2 Pyroar Breaks and Pyroar into my deck, then again with the Super Road do that again. So that's very important. 4 copies of Ultra Ball, of course, so you can search your deck for the Pyroars and Pyroar Breaks, but also discard some energies and basically be able to accelerate it with the Volcanion. 4 copies of V-Seeker. From supporter cards, I'm running 1 Hex Maniac, so I can shut down my opponent's abilities. It's an important card to have actually in deck. Also, 1 copy of Lysander is very good, just because with the Lysander you can basically Lysander anything you want from your opponent. No need to run 2 of these. 2 Ents, 1 Ranger, just because that Glacian might happen, so you want to have that Ranger in deck. 4 copies of Sycamore, of course, 2 Wallies for turn 1 Octillery, but even later for Pyroar and Pyroar Break in a single turn, which is very important. 4 copies of Scorched Earth will also help me to discard my energies in order to drop 2 extra cards, so it's very important to have that for extra acceleration, just because I'm not running Trainer's Mail, as you can see. 2 copies of XP share, so when your active Pokemon is knocked out, you can promote 1 energy to your Pokemon who actually have XP share. That's very important. 2 copies of Fighting Fury Belt, so Volcanion can have 170 and hit for 30, which is also important. 2 Floatstone for free retreat on that Octillery, but any other Pokemon that you actually need to have in play, and basically 11 Fire energies, so you can have as many energies in play to be discarded, so you can actually accelerate your bench with those Volcanions. As usual, if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com, so definitely check that out. You can find the link in my video description, and by typing TCG Center 5 code, you can also get 5% discount on your purchase, so you should definitely keep that in mind. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see how this deck will work. So see you in the game. Alright guys, so welcome to the Pyroar Break deck test. So today I'm going to play with it. Hopefully this is going to be a very interesting matchup to watch. So waiting for my opponent to call the heads or tails so we can actually start. And there's a tails. Oh, actually I won the coin flip, so we'll try to set up as fast as I can. No basic in my opening hand, which means that my opponent can take 1 extra card if he actually has basic Pokemon in his opening hand. So The game plan definitely is to start with the Volcanion, basically throw out some energies in the discard pile so you can actually accelerate your Litleos on the bench. Alright, so there is a Volcanion in my opening hand and Scorched Dirt with N, so I guess not that bad. I mean, I can Scorched Dirt for 2, I can N for 6. Hopefully to find a few more Litleos to put them on the bench, so I can turn to have my power healer for some damage and for some energy acceleration. Alright, so on the other side, very interesting build. 2 Evil Tals, Banco, which means that he actually have also a Fortress. And knowing that there might be a Fortress, maybe tell me that I play against Mega Tyranitar. But it's hard to say, because it's just turn 1, but from my knowledge, I will expect to see something like that. So I'm going to pass my turn right here, as you can see. Not bad opening, so I have at least 1 energy in my discard pile, Scorched Earth, Volcanion in the active spot, also Remoraid with the Floatstone, Sycamore for 7 next turn, which is definitely going to be a big deal. So let's see what my opponent can do on the other side. Knowing that he can actually hit with that Evil Tal for like a 30 and accelerate one of his energies from the discard pile to his benched Pokemon, it's definitely a big deal. So there is another Acrobike. So he decided to discard Ultra Ball, which is interesting. So he have another Ultra Ball in his hand. So there is Ultra Ball for Lysander and Trainer's Mail, and I probably will going to see oh, actually Shaman for extra cards. Alright, so interesting thought. Shaman for 3 in this case. Alright. So I still think that this is actually a Tyranitar deck just because of a Fortress, but I'm not 100% sure. Alright, so Oblivion Wing only for 30. 1 energy probably be attached on the Yveltal on the bench, maybe even on the Shaman for the Sky Return. Alright, so he decided to go with the Yveltal. On the other side, very nice top deck, which is Ultra Ball. So I'm going to throw out my Ranger and Wally in order to grab my Octillery right here, so I can even Abyssal Hand for 2 extra cards before I actually decide to Sycamore, or maybe even N. It's very hard to say. So and there is Abyssal Hand for 2 cards, there is another Litleo, and there is even one more Scorched Earth to be played for 2 more cards. Very nice. There is a Pyroar. I have 2 energies in my discard pile, which means that I'm going to attach 1 to my active. We'll go with my Sycamore for 7. Alright, so there is 1 more Ultra Ball. So I'm going to discard 1 more Scorched Earth and 1 more Fire Energy in order to search my deck for one extra Volcanion, put it down to my bench. And basically I'm going to hit with my Power Heater right here, only for 20, but I can put 2 energies, 1 onto Pyroar and 1 onto Volcanion, just in case crazy knockout happens, so I might have just another Pokemon for accelerating my energies on the bench. On the other side, next turn I'm going definitely to play my N right here, just because I want to keep my Super Roads in my deck. Super Road is a very important card right here, so don't want to waste it for nothing. On the other side, I need 2 more energies to be able to start to attack with my Pyro Break for 180, which is definitely important. And with 180 damage, I can smash pretty much everything that my opponent haven't played so far. So there's another energy and a Yveltal break. Okay, so yeah, right now I know that he actually ran that Fortress with it, just because with Yveltal break you can hit for 31 of your benched Pokemon with the damage on it. Very nice. So there's a Trainer's Mail. So let's see for the Max Elixir. Alright. In my opinion, I think it's a little bit better to play maybe Yveltal Break with the Golbat and Crobat, because in that case you can do a much more damage. So there's a Max Elixir, 1 energy attached to the Shaman, Sycamore for 7, no energies in the discard pile, another Yveltal. So I guess I'm in a slightly advantage right here just because of that Shaman on the bench. There's even Muscle Band, which means that this is going to be Oblivion Wing for the 50. And there's another Shaman, which means that I have 4 prizes right here to take with my Pyroar Break and Lysander. So definitely need to find that. There is even Forest of the Giant Plant, but not sure for what. Why would you play Forest of the Giant Plant in this deck? Interesting. Oblivion Wing for 50. There is no energy in his discard pile to be attached. And it's my turn, so I'm going to attach one of my fire energies, one of my Floatstone, onto my active Volcanion. I'm going to play my Abyssal Hand for 2. Maybe I can hit something good. Well, Fighting Fury Belt and Pyroar Break are pretty good. And I guess I'm going to end. Alright, so there's an XP share, which is important. And I'm going to Ultra Ball for a Volcanion and Fire Energy. For another Litleo, I'm going to attach my XP share onto my, let me just see, 2 energies in my discard pile. Let's go with the 1 Litleo. Let's go with the Scorched Earth. And let's go right here with the Power Heater for 20. 1 energy onto Pyroar Break and 1 energy onto my Litleo on the bench with the XP share. So next turn I'm going to suffer knockout, which is not a big deal. The good thing is that I'm going to have 1 more energy from my active Volcanion onto my Litleo without damage on the bench. So there's a Trainer's Mail for my opponent. And there is a N. On the other side, he can hit for 120 with that Baleful Knight. And even with Muscle Band, that's 140, which means that I'm not going to be knocked out on the bench in case he had Lysander in his hand for that Pyroar Break, which is very important. And he have 150, which means that I can knock him out with a single shot. So basically, I want to take some prizes by knocking out his Shamans on the bench. And to be honest, I think after I get knockout this turn, I'm probably going to Lysander his Shaman on the bench. Of course, in case he just don't decide to retreat and knock me out with his Yveltal Break. So there's Oblivion Wing for the 50. A Darkness Energy is going to be attached probably on the Yveltal. Yep. Of course, I can XP share to my Litleo. First, of course, I'm going to promote my Artillery in the active spot, just because I have Floatstone on it. So who knows what I'm going to do later. Very interesting. I can maybe start to clean his Yveltals with my Pyroar Break. Or I can draft 2 prizes. I'm definitely going to clean first his Yveltal Break right here. But let's just see what we can get with the Abyssal Hand. Alright, there's another Remoraid. And there's just another level ball in my hand. Which means that I can't do anything significantly right here. But I can hit for 180 with my Pyroar Break basically. And take a prize right here. I'm going to take 50 damage to myself. Which means that if he can find Yveltal Break, he can knock out my Pyroar Break in the active spot with 3 energies Yveltal, of course. But even most important thing that he can use Darkness Blade and hit for the 100, which will be enough for the knockout. So I definitely need to hit something like a Pyroar and basically Pyroar Break. I do have Wall in my hand, so I just need to find a Pyroar in order to knock out his Yveltal right here. There is a Pineco. Okay. And there is a N. Alright, so I guess I'm going to take 5 new cards, which is not that bad. There's a Fighting Fury Belt. Alright, so he definitely want to use that Baleful Knight for 120, knock out my Pyroar and spread 30 damage, probably to another Litleo with the 10 damage on it. Oh, actually 30 to everyone who has any damage counter on it. Oh my goodness, this is broken. Alright. Alright. Okay, level ball will work. Will do the job for another Artillery, but I guess I'm just going to throw another Litleo on the bench. So I can cut as much cards as I can from my hand in hope to find Pyroar. Okay, so there is no Pyroar, which means that I can Super Road for them. One more Super Road. Okay, so right now I'm in very bad position, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I can always buy some time by Lysander, which is always a good thing. Basically, that fortress is a freaking tank with 3 retreat costs, so in order to retreat him, you need to have so many resources. And basically, I can use my power healer right here for 60, and basically attach 2 energies, but in that case, only 1 to my benched Litleo. So hopefully he's not going to be able to retreat right here. So I can actually buy a turn, setting up my Pyroar maybe for 1 prize knockout on his Eviltal Break. This is very important in this situation. I do have like 2 more VE Seekers left. So there is 1 more Darkness Energy attached on that Eviltal on the bench. But yeah, if I can buy turn right here, I'm more than happy with it, to be honest. So yeah, I managed to buy a turn right here. So there's a Hex Maniac. But let's first go with that Abyssal hand. And there is another Octillery. But this is not good, because I still don't have any Pyroar in play. So I guess I'm going to play my Volley. I'm forced to play my Volley right here for that Pyroar and actually evolve my Pyroar without damage on the bench. Play another Abyssal hand. And the question is to knock out or not knock out his fortress right here. Very hard to say. If I hit for 30, I can hit for 90, but that will not be enough for the knockout because he has 150. On the other side, if I pass my turn and try to set up knockout right here, I might be lucky actually. So I'm going to end my turn right here, and basically we'll try to find 1 more fire energy, and Lysander he's shaming for 2 prizes. I think this is definitely going to be a better option in this case. So there's 1 darkness energy and max elixir, so let's see what he can do right here. He's down to 5 cards, and definitely I'm in good position. So it's my turn. I just need to find energy. So there's a Pyroar Break as a top deck. It's very good. But the question is, will I be able to hit that energy right here? So let's go with a VE Seeker. Let's all in. I just need energy card right here. If I miss energy, this is definitely not good. Oh, but there it is. So basically I can go for 110 and take 2 prizes, and that's very important. So Steam Artillery for 110, which will give me a 2 prize knockout, which is very important, especially if I can hit another Pyroar right here. And there we go. So there's another Pyroar, which is very important. So right now I'm going to suffer knockout with his Eviltal Break. But on the other side, I just need to knock out his... Oh, there's a big Lysander. And he's going to Lysander my Pyroar. Luckily, he's not going to be able to knock him out, which is very important. So there's a 40 damage. Oh my goodness. So my artillery is going to be knocked out next turn, that's for sure. And basically, what should I do? There's another Pyroar. I'm going to play my Volcanion, of course, with the XP share. I'm down to 6. Let's see what I have left in my deck. So there's a level ball. I do have 1 more energy card left, which means that in this situation I need to knock out his Eviltal in the active spot. So 180 for the knockout. I'm going to lose 1 of my Pyroars. I'm also going to lose my auxiliary. So there's another Pyroar, and what should I promote in the active spot? So I guess I'm going to promote my auxiliary in the active spot with the float stone, just because he's probably going to knock him out. And basically I need just to get rid of his Evil in the active spot. So there's another Evil for him. He's down to 2 cards, he's down to 2 prizes, I'm down to 2 prizes, I'm down to 6 cards, and it can happen. It can end in both cases with a victory. So there's one more energy on the fortress. He definitely wants to even try to attack with the fortress. So there's a big Lysander, and he's going to knock out my Pyroar on the bench with his Evil right here for 120. Oh my goodness. So there's a Darkness Blade for 120. So 1 energy to be transferred. He's down to 1 prize, which means that I need to get N somehow. I'm not even sure if I have N left, so I'm going to Ultra Ball to see what 5 cards I do have left. I do have Pyro Break left, but there is no sign of the N. Which basically means only one thing, that I can knock out his Evil right here, but then he can just respond by knocking out my Volcanion with his Fortress for 20 plus 20 more for each retreat cost in my retreat. So that's 60. I have 70. Oh, it will not be enough actually. So Steam Artillery for 110, and he can hit for 60. So basically without Lysander, he's not going to be able to win this, but who knows if he have actual Lysander in his hand. So there's a V-Seeker for me, and 3 V-Seekers for my opponent, so probably he have that Lysander left. And basically he can just Lysander my artillery for the knockout and win this epic battle right here. But if he is short actually for the... yes, there is a V-Seeker for the Lysander, so... I was not able to remove my artillery, so that's a game. So Iron Crush for 20, and basically enough for a knockout. So GG. So the final conclusion for the deck, it's definitely pretty decent. As you can see, even if I didn't win in this battle, it was definitely interesting to watch. So I decided to publish the video with it. I mean, it's all about a I guess, fair play right here. So it's not important if you always win to publish videos where your deck actually win. Even if you show the deck where you actually lose, some others might actually recognize failures and maybe disadvantage for the deck. So maybe you can actually try to see what was wrong with the deck. But definitely that Fortress was kind of surprising me. And I actually didn't read that Evil break till the end. I thought that he actually just sniped 120 and 30 to 1 of your bench Pokemon with the damage. But he actually spread 30 to everyone on the bench with the damage counter. So definitely that was the biggest deal that I didn't know about it. And that's the reason why I actually lost this matchup. But it was definitely interesting to watch and play with it. So I hope you guys enjoy watching it. So there's a full deck list. If you're looking to build something with it, you should definitely try. But without the Blacksmith, it's a little bit weaker than it should be with the Blacksmith. So if the Blacksmith stays in the format, this deck would actually be pretty decent and pretty strong. Maybe even an entire 1 deck, because with that Power Break, you would be able to hit 180 even with turn 2 with the Blacksmith without any problems. So in my opinion, it's very strong. Maybe even for Expanded. I should definitely try to build something for Expanded which might be even better than this one in the Standard. So I hope you enjoy watching. Don't forget to hit like button as usual and subscribe if you already didn't to my channel for more future videos. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Let me know what you think about this deck. And that's pretty much it. So stay tuned for the next video. And goodbye. So see you in the next video.